Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm back with more Anthology of the Killer. Uh, been a bit sleepy and busy again, so I haven't been streaming. But I felt good enough to stream today. I'm just waiting for things to I always need to refresh to be able to click on that button. There we go. I've been playing some Repo with my real life friends, and that game, I think is my favorite of the Lethal Company likes. I've only played two. I've played Lethal Company and then Content Warning. Lethal Company for me is hard because, as you know, I have a really bad sense of direction, and Content Warning I feel like didn't have enough meat on its bones. A Repo is really fun. You have a mini-map. The actual item collecting is really fun. It's very easy to find things. That's another thing in Lethal Company. Sometimes it would be very hard to even find anything in that game. And, I like the text-to-speech stuff. That stuff is fun. I like that you can revive your friends in the middle of a run if you want. That stuff is fun. Yeah, I really like Repo. So that's been fun to play. But today, we are playing Anthology of the Killer again. I don't know if I will be finishing this game tonight, but let me, does my mouse show up? It doesn't. Okay, good. Had to double check. So we did Flesh of the Killer last time I streamed. So next up is Blood. Oh, Joy-Con drift. Okay, it's gone. Blood of the Killer is next. I don't know if I'll be finishing this game tonight, but maybe I will, because I will be doing something after the stream. So depending on when that starts, I will end the stream then. I'm not going to bonus tunnels yet. Flesh, and then we go up the stairs. Do our little hops. Here we go, blood. This is kind of... How much were the tickets again? I have become increasingly skeptical that all the young people love it. I love it. Though I might be, soon not be in the young camp anymore. I'm gonna be 27 this year, so... Okay, that's ears, so then blood would be this way. Blood of the Killer. Whoa. I love the drinky birds. Bless ye mess. It's little birds. It's very cute. There's the killer. Going after the zines. It's just a regular night in the big city. Yes, that's what I'll say. They don't know I'm delivering a package. What's inside? I'll never tell. I feel it moving softly in my pocket. That's regular. Don't think about it. Whoa. Physics. Don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. That's how it goes. Whoa. Gah! Oh, that's right. I meant to try looking it up next time I had one of those dreams. Sometimes it's like that. Well, these things are always open to discussion. Dream Interpretation Guide 5e, Travel Edition. Dream of snakes, a lucky dream which portends success in business and in snakes. Dream of water. Like the water, you too shall receive lottery jackpot dividends. Dream of delivering a package. Violent death impending. Don't make plans. BB's report. It's 10 a.m. and I'm heading out of the city to investigate Zine deal gone wrong. In the small town of Rivertown, a new distro was started with assistance from XX City. But recently, communiques? That's right, I think that's it. From the town have stopped appearing. I know what that word is. I think I've even written it sometime, but I don't think I've ever said it out loud too much. As the only one who has a rail card, I was appointed to re-establish contact and report on the progress of the scheme. The name of my contact is Clarice. Clarice? Clarice? I don't know. The next stop is Rivertown. The final stop is Rivertown. This train no longer stops at Factory. I mean, it sounds fine, but what do I do if she's just been too busy to call? Break her legs? Alas, our organizational charter commits us to accountability in the scene. We're not the Mafia. I've never even been out here before. Maybe I should try to be more worldly. People are staring at me in the station, so I smile and wave back. That's how you do things in the country. Oh, I can't go over to that person. They're on the other side of the tracks. Welcome to Rivertown, home of the Drinky Bird. Visit world's largest Drinky Bird while you're here. Wow! You see, this is what you find when you take the time to expand your horizons. This statue commemorates the 200 workers incinerated by the Great Drinky Bird Factory Fire of 19XX. On the other hand, tourist stuff is pretty much the same all over. Every place has union violations. In brochure speak, this town is picturesque. I'll find out what that means someday. The houses are pretty, but half the doorways are bricked up as if this place were set on becoming its own shrine. I am here. Well, Clarice's place isn't far, but I don't even have her number. Wouldn't it be weird if I just show up? Maybe I should buy her a sandwich or something as well. Rows of wooden, non-functional little Drinky Bird statuettes are the only things for sale at the street kiosk. Are these things a lost technology? Maybe they keep the real ones for connoisseurs. You have to prove that you're a real Drinky Bird head to be able to get one of those. When was the Drinky Bird invented? Tell me now! A beautiful remnant of the town's prosperous heyday, sealed and preserved by the Historical Society. Well, the bricks are a bit much, but I guess I can't blame them for being thorough. Beneath me is the town's famous river, the stained red by generations of opaque industrial processes. A real taste of the pastoral. I wonder if I could get a postcard while I'm here. Maybe 10 beautiful postcards? When I visit somewhere new, I always find myself imagining what it'd be like if I lived there, if this road were the one I walk down every day, expected and invisible. Whoop. The same trips to the shops and the bus stop, only now infused with mystery, like I could be looking at my life from the outside, as if I were myself to become a stranger. I wonder if watching Gilmore Girls has given me inflated expectations around small-town life. Anyway, if I have these directions right, Clarice's apartment should be right in the middle of that smoldering wreckage. Uh-oh. Oh man, poor Clarice. I hope she got out in time. Birdtown #1 history issue. Ah! Whack! Don't worry! I'm a murderer! Yes? Boy, was I surprised to hear they'd send 2 of us out here. I guess this town must be a bigger deal than it looks. Incidentally, where's your mask? I'm incognito. Well, good news. I'm nearly through with my report. Yes, the case is very nearly closed. Maybe you wasted a trip. Just 1 or 2 loose ends. Listen, here's the list of other places on the same supply chain. Check them out and try to re-establish contact. And don't tell anyone who isn't a murderer, or I'll have to beat them slowly to death with a hammer. Just one? On second thought, tell whoever you like. Gee, thanks. Well, I'd better go. Safe, unsafe travels? Unsafe? Wow, what a pro, Another killer. Ooh. Man, what was that all about? Was that guy looking for Clarice? It didn't seem like a good time to ask him to clarify. Is that food? Is it like grits or something? No, it's a map. Well, it's not like I have any other leads, and some of these do seem like places you might drop off a zine. Records. Oh, this is interactable. Record store. We have a bunch of these in Finland. Excuse me, would there be a record store around here? Follow the smoke. Oh. Well, he may have exaggerated a bit. Any smoke here will have already disappeared along with the owners. Melted 780s form thick black puddles in the ash. I don't know what that means. Oh, 7/8 inch? Is that what it is? I've heard that before. 7/8 something. I'm not much of a record listener. I don't have a record player. I have listened to them because my family usually has record players, so I've seen them, but not really my thing. I mostly listen to music on the computer or on my phone. I do listen to music every day, though. I wish I'd had a chance to poke around in here before it burned. You can find good stuff in these little record stores. I never even heard of any of these bands. Blue D. Hands and his Night Stranglers, live from the Bird Museum. That is sick cover art, though. A sturdy if charred brick passage stretches out behind a collapsed shelf. This is the way to the employee lounge? Oh, the camera switch. I didn't actually enter a new room. Well, it's probably not the lounge. The air feels different here, like I walked into a much larger structure. Is this a transport tunnel or something? What's with all the crates? Crates of records? Crates of Records could be a record store name all on its own. Tightly packed bundles of rubber horror masks. A sticker on the side reads XX City. What is it from or to? Hey Mandy, I'm thinking aloud, but wouldn't it be a lot easier to follow this girl if you just broke both her legs? Everyone's on that mafia beat right now. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I mean, as inconspicuously as possible. That's a good point, Handy, but we got to stay undetected. I've got it! Let's kill her first! Then we can break her legs and follow her around. Follow her ghost around, I suppose. Yes, wait, hold on. I feel like we were missing something here. But what? But what? How many possible combinations are there for A, killing her, B, breaking her legs, C, following her around? Maybe we could experiment until we found one that felt right in the moment. I don't know if I'm being chased or not. I see, an iterative approach. Well, that's 6 possibilities unless we do some of them more than once. But does the perfect combination really exist? Handy, I want to believe it does!
Hello!
I didn't expect voice acting in these games, but hello. I think I heard hello once before. Might have been in a different context. Oh, but aren't you just the cutest little murderer? Yes, you are! You're going to be executed for your crimes against history! Yes, you will! Stop that! Wait, why does everybody in this town think I'm a murderer? Is it just the coat? No use denying it, we've already seen you around with notorious criminal Murderer X. Also, we've been reading your zine. It's really a heinous document that records your many crimes. July 3rd, Cannibal Blood Feast. July 10th, more knife murders. July 13th, decomposing corpse. Those are bands! It's called the Scene Report! It reminds me of that one Red Letter Media video where Mike just reads a bunch of metal band names. It's awesome. Also, wait, did you really read my zine? Like, all of it? What did you think? A little prolix, but that's not a problem you'll have anymore. Everyone's a critic! Who remembers the show, The Critic, the animated show? I didn't actually watch it, but I remember it mostly from YouTube poops. Why would anybody store their masks this way? I see a door up top and clamber on. Greasy rubber Dracula mask slipping out in great cascades beneath my feet. I still hear my two pursuers, but hopefully it's even harder to climb up that stuff in heels. Did I fall into a war between rival parties' supply chains? Sexy nurse outfit for Halloween. You know, this is a very high-end, horrible mask facility for such a little town. I wonder who's running it, and hope I never have to find out. Horrible mask facility is a great phrase. Kill you, kill you, kill you, kill you! Ouch, ouch! What did I actually learn from all that? Well, at least there are two people in this town who bother keeping up with zines. I wonder if they ever met Clarice. Okay, I didn't learn anything from that, but the next place I go will have some answers. Book depository. You know, not to sound jaded, but I feel like I already have a good idea which building here will turn out to have been the book depository. Doesn't this place have a fire department? Mysteriously uncharted pages in the wreckage. Were they placed here after the fire? What did they say? A true secret history of the murderers and wreckers by a concerned citizen. The record history of the murderers and wreckers, that is the false history which stands in place of the true history evident to the merest child, is the false history which the wreckers and murderers seek to substitute for the glorious true history of the world. What is the shit? I feel that way. Let's continue. The truth of history is a beautiful house filled with statues, etc., and it is the people without history, the murderers and wreckers and conspirators who stand outside this house and try to break in through the windows in order to replace everything with their deceased history and the record history, which a child can tell is a false history, but which nevertheless is passed to us as the real history, and the true as opposed to the really true and the truly real history, which is that of the houses and the monuments and factories and statues of beauty and truth and such like, which again the simple child can detect and point to and say that this is true, this is mine, this is the true history passed on to me by my father who said. Have I talked about how much I hate sentences like this, where you have no commas whatsoever? That takes a lot out of you to read, especially out loud. Holy fuck. I feel it. I feel this. What is this shit indeed? That's how I feel anytime I read a sentence like that online. It's like, please use commas, please, please. Oh my god. Oh god. It just keeps going. To betray the true history, to imply our fathers had passed to us the false quote of the false history as our glorious inheritance is the ultimate betrayal, and it is in rejection of this betrayal of our fathers that we identify and reject the false history of the non-fathers, of the wreckers, murderers, etc. from outside of history, the dismal room outside the grand and meaningful museum of world history filled with monuments, etc. built by our fathers, our duty, our inheritance to maintain as inheritance and reject the false inheritance of the murder history that the murderers and wreckers insinuate is the true history, the real history, but which we ourselves know for certain is the opposite of true history. It is the false history and the false coin that diminishes the coin inheritance of the great history for fathers as the coin history. I can't do it. Oh fuck, that's so bad. Oh hello. Hey. Wait a minute, come back here. Jesus. Why is this guy running away from me? On the other hand, why am I chasing him? Well, I must admit it makes a nice change from the usual way around. I do always like the joke of why are you running away? Why am I chasing you? My vengeance needs blood! And it's read as that as my vengeance needs bro. Return of the master. Hehehe, the spoils of point and mine at last. What? Who's there? No, it can't be. You're crunching. Nobody appreciates the classics. That's a blood eye stab again. Another mangled corpse, but how? If only every aspect of this case weren't suffered by such exquisite ambiguity. That's how you say that word. Damn. Another word that I know well, but having trouble pronouncing it out loud right now. I wonder where the hack guy went. Is this some kind of private cinema? Decades of moldering promo posters molt off as I pass by. It feels like I'm the only person to be in here for years. We work in the dark. We do what we can. Oh! Ha ha ha! Theater sealed as a historical document for the benefit of future generations. Well, as a future generation, I just wish they'd dust. What exactly is this place trying to preserve? The desk in this office is slightly less cobwebby than anything else around. On it, I find a shredded copy of Claire's zine and a flyer for the Rivertown Historical Society. Well, I did want to visit some tourist stuff while I was here. Hello? Okay, I didn't learn anything from that, but the next place I go will have some answers. Street market. Because I think Historical Society is actual progress, and we want to do the side stuff. A town's secret history is at the junk store. That's what I'd say if I hadn't accepted my own rat-like impulse to dig around in piles of used clutter by now. Still, you find things out. I like the purple closet, that's fun. They love their masks. Entering crate mode, I rummage and discover cookery books, bits of wire, machine parts, old video game consoles, used medical textbooks with horrifying illustrations. The search goes on. Whoa, we got the blinking puddle. The blinking wreckage. A classic conundrum. Anthologies of inscrutable political cartoons, mushy golf balls, ugh, old newspapers with rambling letters to the editor from a concerned citizen. Rubber spider, ah, scratch that regular spider. Did you know that the only venomous spiders in Finland are located entirely in the Museum of Animals, that is in Helsinki? And those ones came from like a crate of supplied like taxidermies, and they have not left since. I think they came there in like the 40s or something, a pretty long time ago, and they've just stayed there, and they've only stayed there, so that's the only place with venomous spiders. Underneath the Bort dolls, I pull out a box of ancient Drinky Bird figurines, but whatever strange alchemy once made them drink has long departed. Sweet bird of youth. They can no longer tip over. They're not tipsy anymore. I always like the Bort dolls, though. Nobody glances at me as I explore, which is possibly some roundabout way of asserting vendor's dominance. Well, there's no sign on the warehouse in the back to say it's not part of the sale area. Oh look, it's the BB painting from the previous one. And the clowns too! We love the clowns. That's what the stream title is. It's from the last one. I was so enamored with that phrase I had to make it my stream title too. I wonder if they keep the good stuff back here. Fragments of decrepit industrial machinery are stacked haphazardly around the corridor. Probably this is the good stuff to someone. Whoa. The drawers of the old office desks are stuffed with rotting, mulched receipts. The header on one reads, Golden Bird Co. LLC. Are these all from the Drinky Bird place? They really tried to scale. Oh, getting stuck on pipes, I suppose? Old cogs and rubber casting trays. The outline printed on them seems familiar, like a face I glimpsed once in a dream. Ever dreamed this man? At the back of the last table I find a binder. The words Drinky Bird Mark II production notes are written in biro on the spine. I open up and find some kind of crazed essay about sword fighting a bear? What? I feel like that would not work out super well. I think a bear would be able to tank a sword pretty well. I'm saying this as someone who is afraid of bears, so I'm thinking like you need a lot to be able to fight a bear, I think, from what I've heard. They are scary animals. We see that in the organic world. To the same degree the reflection gets darker and weaker, grace grows ever more radiant and dominant. But just as two lines intersect on one side of a point and after passing through infinity, suddenly come together again on the other side, or the image in a concave mirror suddenly reappears before us after drawing away into the infinite distance, So too does grace return once perception has traversed the infinite, such that it simultaneously appears the purest in human bodily structures that are either devoid of consciousness or which possess an infinite consciousness, such as in the jointed mannequin or the god. Jointed mannequin or the god. There's a sound. Jump scare incoming? No. One of those fake outs. Oh god. You are really going to town there. You are not letting that go. And I'm heading straight for it. Clarice? Clarice? Clarice. Wait. Hello, green eyes. Oh, now I'm controlling her. I didn't expect this. So was that Clarice or not? Maybe she just didn't recognize me? Okay. Didn't learn anything from that, huh? Okay. Oh, coffee? I have coffee right here. Coffee and water. Because sometimes you need both. Alright, Historical Society. After wandering a while down alleys, I eventually tracked down the Rivertown Historical Society. It's pokier than I was expecting. Whoa. This way. But I guess it's plusher on the inside. Glass bird eyes stare back at me from every corner of the room. Is this history? Therefore I have sailed the seas and come to the holy city of Byzantium. Welcome, lover of history. Welcome to the Museum of Mechanical Birds. Yes, more than just drinky birds. Though they form the firm foundation on which our fair town is built, we must strive to see beyond them, move beyond them, as our fathers did. Yes. The immortal golden bird. Glory of changeless metal. Well, plastic. But the tradition remains the same. Alive! Vital! Living! Unliving. Images of grace. Images of fear. Machines of burnished gold adorned the great court of Byzantium, and their function was to terrify, to demonstrate wealth and skill, and suggest these things might be turned upon the viewer. Haha. A beautiful tradition that continues on today. Contemporary mechanical birds include the military, industrial complex, video games, and the internet. Yet what more might we find by following this river to the source? Hell of a metaphor. At points of widening income disparity, similar icons are always required, and so the fathers, my father, decided to... Is that meant to say make? Ake our novelty amusements factory into a new direction, one which would catch and manifest the shape of history. New boards for a new age. Yes? Then what happened? Hello, still just a rat in a cage. Welcome to the stream. Alas, the factory burnt down after construction of the first Prototype Drinky Bird Mark II. The town was never the same, but I still think we'll catch the culprit someday. Ha 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 ha. Won't you put your name and address in the guest book? Sorry, commemorative t-shirt? Ashtray? Mug? Commemorative ashtray. That's great. It's a mechanical bird thing. You wouldn't understand. Man, I'm never gonna wear this shirt. That's great. I feel like that's a much more condensed version of those really specific shirts that have like a million different fonts that say like, I'm a 35-year-old father who loves Frolf on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Attention patrons. Patrons attention. I think I'm finally out of leads. Is it a breach of fake detective etiquette to just go home? Don't get up. Open mic time is about to begin. Please enjoy the first act in an hour of amateur musical stylings. Twang! If you take a walk downtown and find some time to look around, if you see me and I walk by, oh darling, please don't cry. Tonight we'll meet at the dark end of the street. You and me. Nearly getting killed is bad enough without having to listen to musical numbers about it. I've been here all day and what did I even accomplish? I'm sick of it! I'm going home! Shaggy dog story. The zine committee will have to cut their losses. What do I pay my dues for anyway? Well, admittedly, the tote bag is kind of cute. Nevertheless, I'm out of here. Cute tote bags are nice. I think the next time I buy a bag, I want to get an Ita bag. I have an Ita bag right now for my pens. I want one that's like fucking huge so I can carry my groceries more easily. I can't carry too many groceries with the one I have right now, so if I have to do like a big grocery run, I usually have to bring a second bag. A train pulls up just as I reach the station and I hop on board. Great! I didn't find out what happened, but that's just how it goes. That's life. That's how I'll write it up. This seat is the comfiest thing I've ever felt. It's polyester or something. They should roll me up in this when they put me in the grave. Bong. This train is now departing. The next stop is factory. The final stop is factory. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe not a Shaggy Dog story after all. Wait, don't kill me! Hey, where'd they go? I don't know where I am, but I appear to have both eyes and most of my blood. Most of it, whoa. Were those two just posers after all? A cool night breeze comes in the open door. Well, I have a bunch of bird items, so I don't think all of that was a dream. Oh no, we're back in the bird area. That's why they were there. Statues half submerged in ivy heap up on the lawn. Unlit factory buildings spread out in the distance, leading inexorably towards the mansion on the hill. Oh, that's a pog. Right in the cage, when I looked at that emote, I can see it now. But when I glanced at it, I thought it was like a medical diagram of a spine. The door's wide open. Aren't they afraid somebody might steal all their clocks? Hey, there's a mimeograph. I've always wanted one of those. Smudged carbon copies are piled ankle deep across the floor, sternly announcing the dangers of unfettered mimography. What do these letters say? Dear Sirs, first, my warm compliments upon the previous day's Merryworth cartoon, which I found both delightful and instructive. I have enclosed more ideas. However, I note with dismay your decision not to comment upon the increasingly outrageous price of cinema popcorn, a scourge which perhaps funds drug or gang activity. See previous letters. Still just around in a cage says, it's bad when your screaming face is scoliosis. Hate when that happens. This does... This person writing to the cartoons is reminding me of that one person who called in to Mike Judge, I think that's his name, the guy who made Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill, and he would call Beavis and Butthead Porky's Butthole, and that's what inspired Boomhauer's voice. Decline of moral values, rivers of blood. Can they legally call it a happy meal if eating one makes me depressed? Please print this letter. Faithfully yours, a concerned citizen. Movie popcorn is expensive. But it does taste good. Man, these things are bleak. Wait a minute. Dear sirs, I hope this episode finds you well. Here is an idea for a new Maryworth cartoon. Feel free to use. In the cartoon, Maryworth is depressed and sad and down in the dumps about her life, the life that was promised and the life that was had in the ruins of her parents' Drinky Bird factory, the rubble of a dynasty that never came to pass. When she starts to read a poorly printed Sam's Dad, which she picked up at the record store with a sticker on the cover calling it a zine. This is familiar writing from earlier. The zine says that it's about history, and so she reads it, but it is not history. It is a bad dream and a horror story in which all the names and faces she reveres from books and statues reappear instead as torturers and killers, as toadies and functionaries of a charnel house, and as she reads, she feels as though the beautiful history she adores and worships has been replaced by a lake of blood that has no bottom, and she and everyone she knows is sinking in the lake, and so is her house. It is at this point in the comic strip that Maryworth has a grand realization. She realizes all recorded history is the object of a vast conspiracy, and that the name given to this conspiracy is that of Zines, acronym, that this conspiracy was the worm in the great apple that is history, and the reason that apple now turns to shit in her mouth, and that her life will continue to get worse and worse until the evil conspiracy of records can at last be smashed and killed and put to an end. Please give me credit if you use this cartoon. Constructive feedback welcome. Yours faithfully, a concerned citizen. I did wonder if it was too good to be true that there were people who actually read these things. So I guess this is the same writer from earlier who was doing those huge fucking run-on sentences. Ugh. Is she asleep? She's not chasing me. She's sleeping with her eyes open like a rabbit. I should go, but this is my chance to see if it's really Clarice under that mask. Oh, it's a mask. It's not a rabbit thing. This is a really stupid decision. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Yeah, we made a real mess of her face, getting all the pieces inside. This way, please. Don't worry, she's harmless until you turn the key. Ah, like a mechanical bird. Mostly we just hang coats on her and stuff. Hey, that's right. Where'd my coat get to anyway? Oh, it's around here somewhere. You didn't really have to figure for it. It was like chasing around the kid from Don't Look Now. Okay, thank you. Next time I'll get all my clothes from the sexy Halloween nurse bin at Party Warehouse instead. Couldn't hurt. Oh, it's you. Hello. Yes, that's right. I, heir to the Drinky Bird dynasty, am secretly the concerned citizen whose inflammatory pamphlets had been causing such a stir. I don't really care. The Sangfreud expected of a true revolutionary, right down to the classic cell system. Each distro or cadre knows nothing of the others. Dark monies, printed media cartel, many worth censored. Apple Mary, crime. But you didn't predict what remained of the Drinky Bird Mark II technology could be used to rewire a human brain. A rookie error. Once we infiltrated the network, it was easy. It was the shame of your organization's tendrils had reached so many local businesses. But sacrifices must be made. Interestingly, they all had some sideline involving rubber horror masks as well. Coincidence, I guess. Why is that the thing you guys aren't paranoid about? And up here is you, attention caught by all the carnage. A representative of the National Corps is sent out to review the situation. National Corps, I guess? I always get lost with that word. Admittedly, I didn't think you'd burn down half the town in the process. Who knows what true depravity lurks in the criminal soul? Man, I only got here today. I thought you people were the ones burning stuff down. Don't be silly. If not you, then who? It's the killer! Fuck! Well, it's nothing you have to worry about. Just give me a second, and then this body won't be a you anymore. It will be a new thing that has your face and name, and we're going to use to kill all your friends. Won't that be nice? Nurses, can you bring the blood bucket before I open her head this time? Nurses? Oh, the nurse is killed by the killer. Different killer. You deal with it. Do I smell smoke? Well, I guess this would explain it. Incinerating letters to the editor light up the stairs. Just why is fire safety such an issue in this town? They're too busy drinking the water to use it. Smoke pours through the carpets and twists into strange shapes in the air. Glimpsed figures, vegetable outlines. I hear the pop of drinky birds exploding in their crates. Oh god. It's gotta be loud as fuck. Emerging and dissolving in air. Reaching hands, a ghost, a staring head, a bloody mask. Is this the history that guy was so keen on? I don't know if I get the appeal. This is the worst work vacation of my life. I can't believe I didn't even get to see the world's largest drinky bird. The killer. Wait, don't. Is that my coat? Thank you. I'm glad you're feeling better. Incidentally, I'm just here to check in on that zine distro you were putting together. Whack! Okay, maybe that was pushing it. After a while, I made my way off of the statue and took the last train home. What remained of the mansion was still burning when I left. I never found out just what happened to Clarice. But they say if you hold a zine event in a quiet country town, she will appear and not buy anything. Fuck. I like that one. That one was fun. Let me check something. Alright. I think we can go ahead and do the next one. Which would be... Is it, hold on, let me check which way that would be. Okay, yes, it's this way. Ears. Whoa. Marcel the Shell with shoes on? Without the shoes? Marcel the Shell? Whoa. Oh, toilet! Toilet! Even this game has a toilet! Every damn game that I play is gonna have a toilet in it. And this game has a damn toilet in it. There it is. And a TV with dolphins in it. And this, I really like the surfboard one. That looks fun. It looks like a good album cover. I would listen to that. Alright, Ears of the Killer. Whoop. Thought it was Mario 64 for a second. No, it's the door. Ears of the Killer. Oh, Zizi's here too. And then my eyes are blank. And the killer's playing the saxophone. Is it surf rock or ska, perhaps? Perhaps ska. I think this is it. This is finally the time that I murder somebody. This just vaguely reminds me of one of my favorite, just really simple posts that's like, wakes up, alright, what the fuck is going on? That's the more passive, this is the aggressive version of that. Zizi, I just want to let you know, I'm preparing to walk the demon's path without honor or humanity. Alright, have fun. That's so fucking good. Don't try to stop me. I'm a creature of darkness now. You'll probably never see me again. Well, goodbye. Try to put the mirror back behind you on the way out. Night clown. That's it. I'm vanishing into the abyss. Only one word is sounding through my brain. Kill. Kill. BB, if the music from upstairs is bugging you so much, why don't you just wear earplugs? I do wear earplugs! I can still tell that it's there! It's been 3 days of not getting enough sleep. Since then, I've become more beast than human. Someone who can't be held responsible for the horrible crimes they're going to commit. It can't be like that. I'm very lucky that my current apartment has really good walls. I can like almost never hear my neighbors. The only time I hear my neighbors is one of my neighbors really likes doing, I think, like carpentry work or like craftsmanship stuff, because I tend to hear like hammering and things like that, and like drilling and shit like that, like somewhat frequently. It hasn't been happening for a while, which I'm very thankful for, but that's like the most of it. I don't really like hear anyone listening to music really loud or anything like that, or and never like people speaking either. So what I'm hoping for is that, because I tend to stream like late my time, like right now it's almost 11 p.m. What I'm hoping for is, because I can't hear anyone else speak, then I'm hoping no one can hear me either, because I will be speaking a lot more when I stream, and it does go a little bit later. But yeah, I'm really lucky that, I guess is insulation the right word? Basically, no real like noise complaints to be had. Because the carpentry work stuff, that usually happens like in the daytime, so it's like it's not even a problem. Sometimes it's happened like later, but it's still like not, because the time that you need to like not play loud music and shit like that is like after 11 p.m. That's like the hour of peace, I guess. Is that how you would translate it? That's when you need to like quiet down. So it doesn't happen after that. But yeah. I've had like neighbors before who like argue really loudly in the night, and that shit is not fun. But that doesn't happen anymore. So you're going to slip a passive-aggressive note in under the door. It's going to be very snippy! I don't like to do this, but sometimes it comes down to it. Desperate measures! I knock on their door, but that's usually a bad idea in this apartment building. Boy, these passages are really starting to fall apart. What's back here anyway? A man dressed as a clown sits unmoving in the empty room. At least he's not playing his records loud. Whatever happened to being neighborly? How come no one else seems bothered by this music? Am I the unreasonable one here? Is this a normal thing to do? Down the pipes come echoes from the whole apartment complex. Footsteps, voices, thump of furniture being moved in rooms you'll never get to see. Solid night ambience. Gone. Is that a percent? What is that? What the fuck is that? I can't tell what that is. Gone? For what? That's... mystery symbol. I don't know if it's just a resolution that I'm playing the game in, but like sometimes I feel like text cuts off and I don't know what's happening, because because when you start this game up, it's like an itch.io game series ported over to Steam in anthology form, and when you start up you get like this custom screen where you're like, oh, you can set controls here, you can set the resolution here. I'm going with the resolution that it automatically picks. So I don't know why I'm getting like these text errors. If they are even ever errors, I can't tell. This game is mysterious, but I adore it. I'm a simple person who needs 8 hours straight of dim whisper noises and fingernail scuttling in order to be at my best. Is this too much to ask of other people? What about my needs? So BB's into ASMR. Cannot relate. I got an ad like a couple days ago that had ASMR in it, and it drove me fucking insane. And because YouTube is doing... because I was watching either on my phone or my iPad where I don't have ad block on. So YouTube is doing this new thing where sometimes it will not let you skip either of the ads that it gives you. And sometimes they're fucking long. And it just would not let me skip it. I was like, fuck you. Why are you putting ASMR in ads and you won't even let me skip it? Asshole. I hated it. I don't even think there was anybody on this floor. Thick layers of dust lie undisturbed on plastic ferns. The wallpaper is on a rare nautical theme. Flesh-like sludge seeps out from beneath the door. Oh, I thought these were lyrics. I started doing like an interpretation of a song, but it's actual normal text. So much for slipping a note under there. The door itself swings open as if from a secret breath. Realistically, this is a job for the custodian, but I'd still like to get some sleep sometime tonight. Where's that sound even coming from? Did somebody leave the radio on under the goo? That's a gramophone, I think. Inside something like an instrument, I can dimly see a record turning. What kind of dark relic could be buried in the middle of all this? Midnight Sex Party at Dracula's House! Fuck yes! That is an awesome title. Exciting surf instrumentals for young people by Blue D. Hans and his Night Stranglers. Oh, we saw them before! B-side, Haunted Castle, Golden Grave Records, 1965. God, that's so good. There's a really good song called, My Daddy is a Vampire, and that's what it made me think of. Probably not surf rock. I'm fucking garbage at being able to tell genres apart. I've gotten a little bit better about it as I've gotten older, but it's still like, if the music is good, I like it. There's like a couple, like I don't really fuck with Nightcore that much or like 100 Gex type stuff, but it's like, oh, 100 Gex is hyperpop, I think, and I don't dislike all hyperpop, and I don't necessarily dislike everything that has like pitched up vocals, but most of the time that stuff I find a little bit annoying. I prefer Sludge Fest by Chipmunks on 16 speed. So I prefer the opposite. I prefer when that shit is slowed the fuck down. That is awesome to me. Whoa! Room of Yarn. Oh, this is hurting my head a little bit. I need to get the fuck out of here. The background texture is fucking with my head. Okay, it's getting a little better now that it's not as large. Whoa. Oh, this one also hurts a little bit. It's so bright. Jesus. This in the anthology, this is the one that gives you a headache. Spiral is cool though. The killer. This is cool. Some might say this could also be headache inducing, but whoa. Good lord. Oh, I've become slime. Wow, sensational. Folks, wasn't that poignant? Let's all give a hand to up-and-coming recording artist Bibi with her new song, vtuber. Remember to support local talent by buying her CD. And now, the act you've been waiting to see. The horrible screaming murderers with their hot new single, Screaming, 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 Screaming! Oh, you know, it's Screamo. Screamo is one that I disliked heavily as a child, but you can make screaming work sometimes. There's a band, the Garo Gary Gegege. That is a... I do enjoy that, but only sometimes. I need to be in a very specific mood to be into, noise rock, but I do also like noise rock, but you have to be in a very specific mood to like noise rock. These guys really sold out after the last release, Screaming, Screaming, Screaming. Was that a cover version? Did you hear the Weepster's new song, 99 Tears? Each tear is for a different person he has strangled and killed. Wow, talk about emotional sincerity. Hey, I caught your set. Very milk can. Care to answer some questions from my zine? It's zine, as in magazine. Also, where am I? What day is this? Question 1. What are your influences? There's a record by Blue D. Hans and, like, a house and a bird, or just something abstract in the shape of a bird? Like the Holy Spirit? What? Stab magazine. Catholicism sweeps new wave? Ask for her opinion on the vernacular mass up-and-coming recording artist BB replies. We review the top new crimes. Knives or rope? Old favorites ranked at last. Later in the same piece, he calls you the Pat Boone of singing about murder. Fuck! What does that mean? Why does everyone who writes a music zine talk that way? New wave, though. At this point, my favorite band is XTC. It's been that for a couple years now, but damn, XTC is so fucking good. I have, like, this idea in my head for, like, an animatic for across this ant heap, but it would be a huge project because it's like so it's vivid in my head, but it would be so fucking hard to make. That song is like so beautiful. I adore that song. If you have the chance to listen to Across This Ant Heap by XTC, it is, I think, like actually their best song. It is so good. Well, I support your dreadful cultural ambitions, but don't you have anywhere else to put all these boxes? I was hoping these were yours. What's inside anyway? Having fun with BB on stage, 12 super hits. Yes, pretty much what I was expecting. Listen or don't. I think I will listen. Death, 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 death. Sounds kind of Beach Boysy. Well, I did sometimes daydream about being a pop musician, although I also like to imagine I'd be conscious at the time. Beach Boys was awesome. I need to listen to more Beach Boys. They do apparently have some stinkers, but everything that I've heard I've enjoyed. At least the lyrics will be easy to remember. I just hope I can get rid of these CDs. Zizi, I think why are you wearing a tie? I just got a job! Some kind of youth group in the Beach District was looking for someone to run their email newsletter. With my knowledge of HTML, I was naturally the top choice. Now I'm officially an office lady, or OL. It's just a matter of time until I start making the big bucks and can finally pursue my dream job of becoming gothic novel heroine. Couldn't you do that anyway? It turns out it requires a surprisingly large amount of starting capital. Yeah, you need to have a big fancy house. Maybe try looking into working for a very suspicious realtor agent. And then you'll get a job looking for a new house for Count Orlok. Incidentally, BB, if you want any advice on finding a job, feel free to ask. It appears I know all of the tricks. Thanks, but I seem to have my own thing going on right now. Another toilet with a blue lid. Fancy. Zizi, can I use your computer to look up something? Sure, just don't look in the other tabs. Rockadoodle Girl Chicken Real? Cement mixing videos for hour. Searching is my business. Bloody hands? Askbogie.net. Members.tripod.net. Gitchit Fan 98 Surf Shrine BD Hansa.html. If the 98 is their birth year, then they're the same age as me. Bloody Hans and his Night Stranglers fan shrine. It was the toughest case I'd ever handled, but I always had trouble saying no to a dame. How do I turn off the detective? Just ignore him. I still need to update the blocker. Bloody Hans and his Night Stranglers. Active 1962 to what? Novelty horror themed surf act active in XX City for an undisclosed period of time. Released numerous albums of nondescript surf rock overdubbed with stock horror sound effects. Of interest to collectors due to recording the world's first and only Esperanto language surf album, Nikantu and Surf, for ESP Disc. Association with this label is said to have marked a turning point in the band's use of sound effects. Copies of the band's subsequent recordings were privately pressed and are now hard to find. Midnight Sex Party at Dracula's House is popularly referred to as the only surf record on the Nurse with Wound list. Copies are said to fetch high sums on the 1960s memorabilia market, though it has been some time since any have been found. No other results found for Bloody Hands. Did you mean Bloody Hands? Bloody Hands reaching? Bloody Hands coming towards you in the night? Blood off hands how to? Bloody Hands to study to. Related sites. Golden Grave Records. Enter. Golden Grave Records. New age music for now people. Visit our new locations. 1252 Pyramid Street, Music Gardens, XX City. Last update, March 1997. Site under construction. Oh, this is so real. The repeating background of the hieroglyphs. That's awesome. Well, it's not like I really have another place to start. Of course, now I'm gainfully employed, I'll need to find a volunteer to run the table at the Retro Maniacs convention this week. Absolutely not! I'm busy! Only serial killers attend those things anyway. Oh, don't give me that. You hang out with serial killers all the time. I run away from serial killers all the time, not sell the merch. Well, maybe you should monetize your hobbies. Player select. City Center, Beach District. I want to see more of ZZ. ZZ's journal. Waged labor. So it's finally come to this. Awful. Penance for my misdeeds in a former life. Well, nevertheless, the grey mouse of despair travels over my duvet. Another beautiful and tragic journal entry. Eventually, I'll package all these up and sell it as a book. ZZ, the poor dead genius whom everyone mistreats. Why not get my posthumous validation while I'm still alive? Well, I better get to work. Positive Way LLC. All they said was that it was around the boardwalk somewhere. Can businesses be shy? I guess it's still the off-season. Heaps of unsold beach merch molder crabbily behind the nailed-up doors. Two gulls on the boardwalk are trying to peck apart a plastic clam. Clamshell. Further down the beach, I see people moving towards the water. Are they trying to surf? We don't get any big waves out here. And in fact, I'm not even sure if that's an ocean. A big man-made lake. There it is! This is one of those shirts I was fucking talking about! It's here! Oh, I knew it! I knew it! My gamer boyfriend has never been charged for crimes committed in 1988, 1991, and 1993, and if not stopped, he will kill again! And yes, he bought me this shirt! I still have time before work, so decide to catch up on the psychic health of the culture, as revealed by the slogan shirts and the sassy beachwear. You gotta have... These are like... international. Like, I've seen these in Finland too. In one of the coastal cities. There's a market, and then I remember one year there were a bunch of these types of shirts in there. Future murder victim. I should get this one for BB. I think I've seen this somewhere before. I don't know if they were referencing this game or not, but I've definitely seen that before. The spiral... hold on, let me get a drink of water. The spiral stair seems older than the pier. Seaweed crunches underfoot as I head down. What's that thing they say about seaweed? It only grows above the water level or something? Oh, the spiral again. Well, this looks like the place. Time to launch my professional career. I've never really had a job before. Maybe they're good? I'll try to keep an open mind. Hello! Hello, hello! I'm the new hire. That was today? Well, you certainly got here just in time. I used to be in charge of keeping the website up myself, but I'm not hep on all the new technologies these days. I mean, HTML3, HTML4, what's next? Yes, that's how they get you. You made the right call getting me in. Sick alien! Oh my god. Hold on, let me get this in better view. That is so good. Luckily, I had your desk set up already. It's just back here, past the communal dormitory. This is the main office. The fax machine is to your left. As you can see, we're very modern. Are we the only people here? I just noticed the fucking... the fucking bowling alley carpet. That's awesome. Love that shit. Oh yes, of course, officially they're all out on the away mission, but I don't think they'll mind you borrowing a desk while they're away, ha ha ha. This is computer! Use the arrow keys to move around and access sites and programs. Yes. Wait, why did he hire me if he didn't think I knew how to use a computer? Nobody else applied! Well, at least he's paying me. I wonder what their site's like. Oh, this background is also headache-inducing, but I do like the little arrow. It's cute. Whoa! Red alert! Next stage of human evolution imminent! Comet Hyakutake brings closure to the Positive Way Research Unit! Get $10 to start free! Get paid to read email from a downline and form a downline and get paid even more. Proud to announce, on 0707, whatever. Oh, it's that fucking alien gif, I've seen that before. I've seen that guy. It's a funny guy. Research group leader Mr. President officially draws curtain on the human experiment pending graduation's new species of or possibly some form of ray. While our human selves will not survive the transition to an extraterrestrial way of life, we are serene and confident that we shall nevertheless be returning soon to spread good news about the world that is to come. Mr. President demonstrates his favorite pyramids on eve of grand voyage. Organizing large trash pickup for the big day! Members relax by hanging 10 upon the waves. Princess Di Memorial Award. Big sale. Positive Wave video lecture series now $29.95 plus PNP limited offer. So you've decided to return to the sea. Many have been feeling that leaving the sea was a bad decision. In this hour-long tape, Mr. President examines the pros and cons before coming to a measured and reasonable conclusion. It's like that one post that's like, it's one of those sea creatures that are entering the earth, becoming mammals for the first time, and there's a hand that's like, no, go back. The mundane monochord, know your rights, know your responsibilities. If struck in the more spiritual part, the monochord will give eternal life, if in the more material part, transitory life. Many are saying this. Many people are saying this. Find out why in this scattered seminar. Giggles, guffaws, and goofs, the best of laugh time at the compound. Between revelations, Mr. President often keeps the away team in good spirits with his patented collection of wisecracks, impersonations, and good-natured comedy riffs. This hour-long video cassette reveals a lighter side to Positive Way, while also containing important messages about human life was a mistake. Oh, good lord. Back. Look, a job's a job. I'm not running away. I'll just find that guy and try to be very clear about my career expectations. Also, I should probably ask for the money up front. Good idea. Whoa. Oh, those are dolphins. I was wondering what those were. I thought they were hands. I guess they're kind of meant to look like hands. Evoking something, perhaps? The bowling alley carpet stairs. That rules. Hello. Whoa, whoa. Oh, I didn't hear you come in. Just working on one of the organization's little revenue sidelines. But sales have really fallen off since Volume 4. I'm starting to think people have had enough of soothing aquatic mammal sounds. Well, anything is possible. Alas, you are not seeing the organization at its finest. When I think about the glory days, when the group was still together, not yet departed to the level beyond human, vanished to the next dimension, never to return. Hello. We came back. Alright, well, up next is BB. Let's see, Pyramid Street is out between the Rat District and the Temple of the Patriarch. That's not too far. One nice thing about the city is that everything is just skulk away. That's why I love the city. Some policemen at the intersection are examining a pool of blood through a comically big magnifying glass. They've closed off the street, but that's okay since I can head down the side. Bloody man live. Kill you? Live music? Street closures. Have you seen this man? Suspect. I can't believe I didn't even check today's police shape before I left the house this morning. It somehow gets more abstract and sprawling every time. Dr. Dracula. Dr. Aquila. That's great. There's no closure up ahead, but I think I can cut through that apartment complex. Maybe? Man, I don't feel at my best today. I still can't get that tune out of my head. Junk leaflets are piled around the door of the lobby. Smiling faces. Learn guitar or write song lyrics that impress their friends. Nobody's been collecting them lately. It sounds like everyone's already busy. Behind the doors I can hear movement, low thumps and clangs, uncertain and irregular, like people working in the dark, or else like people practicing scales for a type of song I've never heard. Who did put the bomb at the bomb? And would you really want to shake their hand? Well, it's not like there isn't some other dumb fad every few months here, like the unboxing craze. It was almost a relief when they started finding body part- Hey, isn't this the address? Funeral Man, Coffin Warehouse, 50% off sale. Whoa, big ice cream. And I can walk right through it. Lipstick traces on a cigarette. Every memory lingers with me yet. Do. I'm sorry for your loss. Me too. Golden Grave? 1 second. Hello. You must be one of the investors. Make yourself at home. Please excuse the mess. You caught us in the middle of some excitingly dynamic organizational reshuffling. Everything must go. Boy, these are some quality coffins. Just to avoid a comical misunderstanding here, you guys are a music label? Yes, a label for the new music. This way. Please, no more. No more venture capital. No more. Please ignore my soon-to-be ex-business associate. I can assure you everybody here is 100% thrilled by our move into a more creative direction. That's a lot of money. What you want should be right down the stairs. I admit, the change in direction came as a surprise to us as well, but the invisible hand can make no mistakes. I see I didn't have to actually climb down the stairs, I was already at the bottom. Stacks of old band merch in the basement that we found when we moved in. The copyright had expired. We just thought the name was cool. Bags of money started showing up soon after. That's how I knew that this was the start of a new age, that vast rewards would be awaiting anyone bold enough to drop what they were doing and seize the throne of cultural production. Whoa, this music... that was sounding a bit like rhubarb for a second. Introducing the stars of tomorrow! Oh god! Ack! How? A simple and delicate arrangement of wires. The breeze from our passing is enough to set them twirling. A new dance every time. Tremendous savings. I do love this game series usage of quotation marks. It's very fun. Yes, indeed. And are these all locally sourced? Oh, we've just been using whatever washes up on the beach. These are the prototype models. It'll be a while yet before we're ready to scale up production. The next step will be getting them to sing. Listen, put your ear up to his chest. Don't be shy. Doesn't it sound exactly like the ocean? I like the blue moon. Alright, I guess now we play as unidentified corpse. Sometimes in my grave, I sit and dream of the world I saw back in the golden age of horror-themed novelty records. Listen, let me tell you about it! I like this person. Yeah, they're cool. Oh, oh, this is me. I am, in fact, the cool-looking person. And people covered in blood. Everyone knew it was the next big thing. Every night there'd be another band. Private press recordings so amateurish they were sometimes just a background hiss. Like Night Surf. Running, screaming, wearing masks. I don't know who came up with that. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I was in a group called the Cat People. At the time, we all thought cat people would be the next big monster archetype like Wolfman or the Mummy. It was an innocent time. We had a sense of purpose then. There's a Wolfman movie coming out, I think, this year. And then there's also just, like, a regular werewolf movie. By the director of The Witch and, Nosferatu and Lighthouse. I'm looking forward to see what Robert does with Werewolf. I'm hoping it's good. I haven't seen The Northman yet. I think that's the only one of his that I haven't seen yet. But I love The Lighthouse. That one's my favorite. Nosferatu's awesome too. So is the Vivitch, but Lighthouse can't be beat. That is so... it's so good. There was one group everyone liked. They had a maniac killer theme that was very Is that how you say it? Again, I know this word, but I'm a little unsure on how to pronounce it. During sets, they'd stop and point into the audience. Later on, another body would wash up on the beach. Nobody minded. We all knew it was part of the exchange. Somehow, the scene never hit it big. Things lost momentum at some crucial point. Bands split up, the money never arrived. One by one, people drifted away, back into the straight world. But I never felt disheartened. I knew the life we glimpsed was still out there, buried under history like an unexploded mine. I know that there's a place for me underneath those waves. Well, let's see if ZZ is different now. You're right, that does look more professional. Is that like a pastiche of modern graphic design where you have the people like, I think that's what it's trying to be, but it still looks way better still, because their heads aren't unimaginably small. That's my least favorite part of that shit, is just the heads are so small and it bothers the shit out of me. Like, I don't mind the, like, primary color skin stuff at all. Like, that's stuff, well, you know, I have green skin. So, of course I'm not gonna mind that stuff, but it's the heads. It's the heads. Be part of a welcoming, mindfulness-oriented community today. Subscribe to our daily affirmations newsletter from 1995. Live pray with streamers near you. Press enter to support emotional labor at the shop. You can't just have a wall of text these days. It scares people away. What's with the little blobby cartoon guys? Nobody knows. But you've got to have them. Yep. The life of a web design professional. Busy. I'd better go make sure the shop's up and running too. We got a lot more traffic after buying all those podcast ad spots. I barely recognize even this place anymore. Modifications are being made all the while. New driftwood suites sprouting out of every corridor. Is this what they mean by scaling up? Ah, it's Young ZZ. I hear you've been coming up with some new ideas for our online store. You bet, boss. For Oregon! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I gotta tell Defers about this later. For example, Oregon pyramids are all well and good, but why stop there? What about the possibilities of non-pyramidal Oregon items? Oregon weed leaf, $29.95. Oregon dollar signs, $36.50. Oregon video game entity, $59.99. That's so good! Oh my god, I have to tell Defers about this. That's awesome. Very compelling. You know, it's rare we get someone of your entrepreneurial abilities joining a death cult. They generally prefer to start their own. Well, for what it's worth, I regard myself more as a temporary employee. Anyway, do you still want me to take stock in the basement? Yes, good idea. Maybe there's something else we can put up on the store there. Remember, everything must go! Alright, I'm gonna BRB real quick, and then we'll continue. Alright, I am back. You know, for a startup type organization, these guys sure seem to be trying to stockpile as much ready cash as possible. Maybe I should get my CV ready again. Let's see here. Call this training tapes. Can think of at least 2 distinct types of people who would pay for those. Affirmation CD-ROMs, expired calendars, more pyramids, etc. Whole shelves of glossy, self-published books, each one proving beyond a doubt the existence of extraterrestrial life. They've never been opened. I wonder where that draught's coming from. Whole doors are all over the complex. They're all nailed up. The one behind the shelf swings invitingly open. Well, variants are always worth something. These are some nice corridors. It seems like a shame to let them get all seaweedy. The friendly alien posters were an improvement, though. Why frame empty canvas? I do like friendly aliens. Opposite of a boss. Some of this might be tough to sell. Well, maybe they do okay on the novelty market, funny retirement presents, etc. Shelf of old and worm-infested books. The words on every page have been carefully scribbled out. That takes a lot of work. Thesis number 1. The world is the sum of the things that are not the case. Thesis number 2. The world, not, never the, no. Thesis number 3. Cold seawater laps at the carpet. From somewhere in the darkness, I hear the barking of seals. Is this the career track I've heard so much about? Seals are cool. It's true. Began to disappear piece by piece into the air until nothing was left. The clothes found by the acolytes turned into holy relics, emblems of the negative. The remains of their victims. Effects track 206. Terrified scream number 37 with a cheese grater, black hair, blue coat, name not recalled, backed with chopping sound effects, gurgle number 12, the one with the umbrella who came to that party, name not recalled, license under Creative Commons Attribution License, Blue D Hands, 1963. Jesus. Oh, it stopped. Thank goodness. Of the missing, last moments pressed into new recordings, screams repeating over and over, left on a rack in the basement of the sound effects library. Possible commercial applications? Could lead to video game companies. Ask the new hire. This was the inner sanctum of the old organization, so dedicated to negation that eventually they disappeared themselves, but he can't make a living out of that. I was new here at the time, but it was clear to me that we needed a change, a new direction, a new shape, better fitted for the things that we saw coming down the pike. We can escape, build a new life, back under the waves, back where there are no waves, a new house, to weather the tides of history. You can help us. It could be the start of a new world. Have you ever thought about entering upper management? Oh god. The board and I... hello? Fish? Whoa. So, am I getting made permanent or what? Eventually, Funeral Man gave me the scoop. The rest of the merch they'd found in the cellar was being sold off that day at a memorabilia event. But to get inside, I'd have to do something I swore I'd never do again. Welcome, Retro Maniacs! Top quality nostalgia wares and other. Ask our helpful representative. Oh, I like the little ZZ cutout with the eyes. That's cute. To avoid eye contact with potential retro maniacs, I've been catching up with the music press. New releases: Bebe, Death to Life. Review by Johnny. Murder. Blood. Can color be a sound? The question, recalling fervid days of undergraduate frenzy scored to the sound of Jerry Monroe's Sally! Hey! Ambient techno remix seems somehow both apropos and turgid when applied to the new release from mysterious up-and-coming musical auteur Bebe, yet reminds me of an anecdote blah 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 blah. The Weepster, Weeping the Night Away, 3 stars. Once again an album of lachrymose hits from the Weepster. But is that enough in today's political economy? My alter ego's been releasing more material. Where did I even find time for this? Did I pass out in the shower? Luckily, there are no customers yet, so I think I can slip away. This storefront isn't actually registered with the convention. It's cheaper to just set up in a closet and wait for someone to get lost. That's good. The main hall. It's busy, but I think I can make it through if I don't look anybody in the eye or express any kind of musical opinion. Actually, these people might be too busy making money to be interested in killing me. There are more suits around than usual. Exactly what are these people hoping to buy? Valley Dolls. Of the dolls. Rubik's Cube! This guy's fun. I like that. Knives on sale. Already bloodied. Oh, that's a scary clown. Culture workers... Oh. Oh, yeah, this is new. Culture workers crowd around the stalls, digging through boxes of hit clips and moldering teen beat magazines in search of unexcavated desires. Can mankind be doomed to repeat this into the past? It's Dendi! Hi, Dendi! That's great! I wonder if, the person who made, hold on, trying to remember. I am forgetting the name of that one indie game that has Dendi in it as like a villain. I'm forgetting it now. That's a shame. But I wonder if the person who made that is also helped with this. Like, this is a shout out to them. Because I do know that Dendi is like a... It's either a Soviet Union or a Russian fake console, basically. Or like their version of the NES. But I would say that Katamite's games and... the game that Dendi appears in are quite similar games in terms of like writing and style. So it would be fun if that was like a little mini shout out. Whoa. Like, I like this one. Caesar films here. All kinds. Little Caesar, Black Caesar, High School Caesar, Deep Space Caesar, Caesar versus the Haunted Moon Woman. Fantastic value. Were the women haunted or was the moon? Mannequins and Rusty Cages Direct. Discount puppets! Hello, whoa, hi. Whoa! Oh god. Dogman. I saw you looking around. Please visit my stall. If you're a true memorabilia head, you will find many rare items to your liking. I'm kinda busy right now. I like your mask. This is a circa 1975 Dapper Dog mask. Are you a Dapper Dog fan? List your top 15 Dapper Dog episodes now. I think I made a similar joke earlier. What? You can't name even a single Dapper Dog episode and you think it's okay to make some, I don't know, some little comment about my mask? People like you really make me sick. I think I'm gonna have to dream about you tonight. I'm gonna dream about climbing through your window and wrapping my hands around your neck. It's a special dream I have about people I despise. Sometimes. I'm not even sure if it's really a dream. How much is the ceramic pineapple in the sunglasses? That is $400. Isn't he a delightful little fellow? I knew you had taste. He is. He's such a delightful fellow. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Did I lose him? I feel pretty lost myself. The sound of the convention from behind the walls is muffled, slowed. It could be any year out there. Whoa, I missed- no! I walked too fast. Okay. Calm down. Broken down displays from retro revivals long abandoned have been stuffed into the corridor. It's like being in a digestive tract for old band merch. From my head I hear the sound of chewing. Ugh. Son of Swamp Pop. Consolidating in the new cultural form of the serial killer, just as all previously existing protagonists have been absorbed into the single official figure of the policeman, further synthesis of the two into a kind of final protagonist of history or last man would blah 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 blah. Not final girl, last man. I like the Nosferatu one. This must be the business sector. Consultants are hard at work, pouring through the entrails of the culture, placing expensive bets upon the shape of things to come. Succeeding while dead. Whoa. Exhibit hall. Novelty horror. Nostalgia mixed with blood. The hot sound of the kids today. That is true. That is very true. Is it the drone of conference speakers that makes me feel like falling forwards, or is there something in me that's responding to their song? Surf's up. The magic of history! Once, prominent theorists fleeing from state violence found accommodation in the beach district of XX City. Thus, through proximity, their doctrine of negation was assimilated into neighboring surf culture in a garbled and mystical form. The Church of the Negative is said to still survive today. There's something on the other side. Be true to your school. Some credit XX City's own Blue D Hands for having anticipated the culture's shift from monster-themed horror to the increasingly popular Maniac Killer contemporary style. Commercially unsuccessful in his time, he is said to have eventually left the music biz for spiritual reasons. Whoa. Excuse me, sometimes thinking about the harsh realities of showbiz gets me all choked up. I hear you're beginning a musical career yourself. I too would like to be a pop sensation. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. People call me the Weepster. Sob, isn't that awful? But it takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I just want you to know that I feel really bad about all the horrible things we're going to do to you. I'll probably cry myself to sleep tonight, the same way I do every night. Hit it! I am the Weepster. I am the Weepster. I lead a sympathetic life. I am the Weepster. My heart is breaking on account of all the murders I commit. Like the roast background. Day after day, I hunt down my scene rivals. It's so sad, so sad. How many more people do I have to chop apart before I get a media career? But can cultural ubiquity really fill the hole within my heart? I mean, maybe. Let's give it a try. I am the Weepster. Oh, that's awesome. I am trying to do my best. I am the Weepster. It's so hard to be an empath in this 21st century connected society. That model is fucking awesome. Whoa. Won't you enjoy wallowing in my unexpected emotional depths? The tears of my career aspirations, are they enough to drown the world? Whoa, the year is 20xxx. 100 years have passed. I have successfully murdered everybody on the planet and been inducted into the Rock and Roll Museum of Clothes. So tell me why do I still cry? Could it be these final tears are for myself? Whoa! Holy shit! What is going on? Is this supposed to happen? I don't know if I'm even controlling this. Okay, if I let go, perhaps I will go where I can proceed. I'm very confused by this one. Because I see a door over there, but I'm not sure if I'm actually like moving over there. Like, what are the controls of this? Okay, I think I'm understanding now. Okay, pay attention to my sadness as I'm killing you. Just a second, I don't feel so. The world is the sum of the things which do not improve. If you don't stop singing, I'm going to throw up on your shoes. Each night I look up at the stars through crying eyes, whoa, contradicting the miserable bounty of the sun, and dips his beak into the chest of the dead earth, dreaming, finding there the telephones to voice the black river, flailing arm tail endless over end on end of greenish moistened cardboard, not radiating infinitely outwards, but rather shrinking towards the center of the sky, red eyes to red no. There will come a day not marked on any calendar, and we will step outside and be at the end of the calendar, and the streets shall be red with the blood of the calendar. It's the killer! Please stop interrupting my big musical number! Ugh, nowhere else to go. Wilt thou fight and perish for the kingdom of the bird? Oh. I can only select BB. Whoa, oh, I love how this looks. I love the shaders. It's the church. You have nothing to say to me? Ah. Making a speech to no one. Or maybe the people will come back afterwards. She's waking up. Get the rubber pipe. Locals only! We don't like punk rockers out here! This is Jen and Dean country! Wait! I'm not even punk! I'm new wave! There's a new wave? So the legends were true. You should go see Mr. President. Mr. President is a great friend of the department. We get a police discount on our Zodiac readings. The cops swing their attention away, staring out unseeing into the surf. It's getting late. Soon the street lights will come on. How long was I out? Oh, it's I wonder what happened to the Weepster and Co. Piles of clothes are neatly stacked upon the beach. Maybe they all decided to head out for a swim. Oh, I guess the symbol was an ant symbol before. That's what it was. I was so confused. I guess ampersand is a specific term for it. A fresh sign's taped upon the weather boards. Discount spiritual opportunities and video. Finish moment. Cheap. I think I recognize the handwriting. Mystic greetings, traveler. Oh, it's you. Hi, BB. Have you taken on a new role? How goes the new career, ZZ? Oh, management disappeared. Everyone else lit out with as many office supplies as they could carry, and I think this building might be sinking into the water. Your standard tech role. Right now, I'm doing one last round of asset liquidation before fleeing. It turns out the Sky Online is interested in a box of old LPs I found in the basement sector. BB, you're into music now. Do you think these could be worth anything? Midnight sex. There it is! Midnight sex party at Dracula's house. Bloody hands and his night stranglers. It's getting late. I can't believe the Sky wouldn't wait until tomorrow. You're the one who wanted to get these records off our hands. Besides, if someone wants to give us money, then we should respect their priorities. Gossip scoop. Funeral man found dead in his workplace, strangled by an unknown assailant. His brother, Funeral Man, also was killed. It's a sad day for funeral fans. Today's political economy is said to be wet and full of... Now remember, once he hands over the money, give the all clear and I'll come trade the LPs. It's good to be careful in these kinds of situations. Yes, indeed. Why did he want to meet at the planetarium anyway? He says it makes him feel at home. Whoa, this place looks sick. God damn. Hello. Hey there, thanks for coming out tonight. Aren't the stars pretty? Isn't it a nice night? Do you think the world is basically good or basically bad? Man, I just work here. Good answer. Ever since I heard your CD, I knew we had a lot in common. People used to say, Blue, look around. Look at how beautiful the world is. Beautiful compared to what? I live here. It's nothing new to me. I've never known another kind of world. By rights, this one should be as unnoticeable to me as the back of my own head. But it's not. It doesn't feel like that. And that's how I knew that this world was not my home, that there was another. The negative. The point of comparison. You think I'm just being lyrical, but it's true. It's a real place. I've been there. I've seen it. The counterworld. The invisible antipode. You've been to Australia? I was so flattered to be mentioned in that interview you did. It made me think it might be time for a comeback after all. I've seen so many things since I died. I can't wait to show everybody. You can go first, since I know you're a fan. Hey, come back! Did you bring my album? It's been a while. I wanted to make sure I remembered all the songs. Ugh, wait here and I'll bring it to you. You can trust me, I'm a verified seller. It doesn't matter. I've learned new words on a red earth white with a red sky. There are people up there too, in the other world. They spoke to me, but I couldn't understand them. Motherfucker, you did just go to Australia. Hey, is this still the same building? Every building is the same, every person is the same, every sentence means the same thing, and they wonder why I started killing people. Everything in the world is exactly the same. Lights out. Man, I'm not a parrot. I'm not going to fall asleep just because you put my bag over my... Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten us into. Dead aid. So maybe you both aren't ready to headline just yet. That's okay. You can stick to backup duties for now. We all had to pay our dues. What's that? That's the new wave. I thought you knew. Okay, fellas, I know it's been a while, but this is our big shot. Our chance to usher in the new. Why not start slow with the cover version? Psst, BB. I think I untied this, BB. There's a new sun rising up angry in the sky, and there's a new voice saying we're not afraid to die. Let the old world make believe it's blind and deaf and dumb, but nothing can change the shape of things to come. It's the killer! Oh, I love this. I love this fucking track. The high-pitched one. Whoa! That rules. Wee ha ha ha! It's the bird. Wee ha ha ha! Wee ha 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 ha! Wee ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh yeah, why not? Whap! Twang! Whoops! Hey, did any of you bring any strings? I'll just take a sec. The wave of the news seems to have crested a little earlier than anticipated. Don't worry, I still think we can turn this gig around. Do you guys remember the course to walk, don't run? Hello? Hello? Whoa. BB's report. After clinging to a piece of driftwood, ZZ and I eventually washed up on the beach and caught the last bus home. That was the last I saw of the band. In the end, the new wave broke apart before it could do much damage. By the time it rolled away, only the sassy beachwear store would be sassy no more. My newfound music career seems to have ended at about the same time that all the money vanished from the scene. The remaining true believers spend their time on arcane factional disagreements before going underground. Stab magazine. True heads only. No scene. No corporate. Weepster Wars update. Weepster Wars update. Weepy Man's new single, I'm the New Weepster, has prompted 4 new answer records claiming to be, or be inhabited by, the spirit of the original Weepster, including Weepster's Revenge, Watch Out, I'm Lil Weepster, I'm the Weepster's dad, just call me Dad, and I'm the remastered original Weepster. New schism alert. Neo Darkwave Murder Core has officially split from the horror wave crime punk tendency and requests that they be moved out of his garage. Fuck. It's so fucking funny. In the end, the only sign that anything mysterious had occurred was an abrupt Beach Boys revival that seemed to last all summer long. Though I'll be planning out a route we're gonna take real soon. It's not one I'm fully familiar with, I don't think, but... Oh, that was great. Alright, I think I am done for tonight. Those were all fantastic. Getting pretty close to the end of the anthology, so I think next stream we'll be finishing it. But yeah, thank you for coming by to watch, and I don't know, maybe I'll stream tomorrow, maybe not, we'll see. If not, then next week. Alright, thank you for coming by, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.